Long time no see, guys. Welcome to another figure review with yours truly, Quantrix02. And today I have for you another figure from the Medicom Mafex line. It's number 92, Miles Morales. Let's get into it. Alright guys, as always, we've been begin a review by taking a look at the box. It's in your normal Mafex box where you get the wide window and you see the figure and the accessories to come with it. Down below you see a picture of the figure right here, and it says Marvel, Spider-Man, Miles Morales action figure, Mafex number 92, Medicom toys. At the bottom, at the top, Spider-Man, Marvel, on some unreadables at the bottom, warning stuff. Back on the side, Spider-Man, another picture of Miles. Same thing for the side. And there's the back where you see a lot of different poses and the accessories that come with this figure. And that's it for the box. Looks decent. I like the black and red color scheme. And yeah, time to pop this baby open and look at Miles Morales. Alright, so here's everything that comes out of the package, excluding the stand. Before we take a look at the accessories, let's take a look at the figure itself. Alright guys, and here is Spider-Man, aka Miles Morales. Now I know what you guys are thinking. For the guys, people who don't know, usually when we see Miles, he is a kid, he's a youth. He isn't as bulky as he is here. A lot of people are probably thinking, why is this figure so bulky? Miles is usually portrayed as a kid, but here he is actually a full adult. I think this figure is taken from either the Spider-Gwen. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments. The Spider-Gwen comics or the Gwenpool comics. I can't remember which one. But in that comic run, Miles Morales is an adult. He's more experienced. He's been around the block a couple times, and that's pretty cool. It's cool to see an adult Miles Morales, and this is exactly what we're getting right here, and I think it's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the costume first. So, taking a closer look at the figure, the body looks pretty good. I think it's similar to the Spider-Man figure, the comic book version, but there may be some slight differences. I'll take a look at both of those a little bit later. But I do like the body. The looks look good. It looks good. The top of the body is nice and broad. You come down, he's kind of slim through the legs and the arms. Just how Spider-Man should look, I think. So, well, and definitely how an adult Miles Morales should look. Muscular, yet still kind of slim. Looks good. You see there's some detail. You see the webbings. I'm not sure how great that is picking up on camera, but you can see the webbing on his mask right there, and it is kind of embroidered in the costume. It's not just like painted on. It's actually embroidered into the figure, which is really, I love when they do that. And then you have the eyes. Everything looks pretty clean. I don't really see any really big QC issues. So there's the spider symbol there. It looks pretty good, I think. So that looks good. You go down, you see some more red here in the costume, which looks pretty clean. I love how that looks. Nice red on the back. You see the other spider. Let me try to line that up a little bit better. There's that right there. I like that. That's a really cool symbol right there. So it looks good. And the rest of the figure kind of is just black, but that's, I mean, it's a little boring, but that is Miles Morales. That is his costume. There's really not really much going on towards the bottom of his, you know, from his waist down. There's not a lot of detail or anything. It's just really all black, which is fine. It is how it looks in the comics. So that's good, and yeah, not a lot to really look at aesthetic wise, but for what they did, it looks pretty good. One thing I will note, I think that the head is a little small, just a little bit. I mean, there is supposed to be a human head under that, and I feel like it's just a little too small. Like it's just like an eraser top kind of. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Do you guys think it looks a little small in this body? I don't know. I think it should be a tad bit bigger, in my opinion. But not too bad. I think aesthetic wise, it looks pretty good. So with that said, now we're gonna do articulation. Going over articulation, Mouse has a ball peg at the top of the neck and the bottom of the neck, which allows for the head to go 360, get some tilt. But a lot of your articulation is going to come from the bottom of the neck. So you can go all around like this. You can go up about that much if you use both. And it goes down about that much if you use both. Pretty good. So there you go. You come down to the shoulders. He has a butterfly joint, which allows for his arms to move across his body, to help it at least. And that is okay. I feel like it's stuck. Let me try this one. It's a little bit better on this one. It's kind of stuck on this shoulder. But you can get his arm to go forward with that. I wish it was a little bit better, but it works. And then the shoulder is on a hinge here, so it hinges up and down, and then you can move it 360, and then you have your bicep swivel. Then you have your double jointed elbow, which bends about that much. Come down. Oh, there it is. Your wrist joint is on a peg. It's not a ball peg, just a peg. So just the hand legit just pegs on. There's no snapping. I wish it would snap on, but it doesn't. It kind of just slips on and slips off. But it gets a job done. There's a hinge here, so you can hinge the arm, or the hand, I should say. Come back to the torso. You have your ab crunch here, which goes about that much forward, this much backwards, and left to right. So you can get a lot of motion in there, what you need for a Spider-Man figure. So that's great. Come down to the waist. It does turn this way and that way, and the crouch is a kind of a softer plastic, so you shouldn't worry about having to mess up anything there. But it does move back and forth like that, so you can turn it. It's real stiff here on my figure, so I don't really want to mess with that much, but it does work. Come down to the legs. The legs are on a double dumbbell joint here, so you can move and kick out about that much, which is really good. Kick forward that much, which is great. Kick back that much, and it also extends, so you kind of got that figure arts extension going on, so you do more dynamic kicks. You can just pull that out, and when you're done, plug it back in. You come down here, you have your double jointed knee, which goes about that much. You can't really kick his butt, but it's pretty good though. It's better than 90, which is always a plus. You come down to the ankle here. You have a hinge. It goes up about that much, goes back that much, and no real swivel here. You can't really swivel the leg or pivot the leg, so that's not good. For some reason, there's this weird, like, I don't know why they did this, but it's like extra plastic here on the side. I'm not sure why they decided to make that decision to do that, but it is what it is. But oh, there it is. That's better. Okay. Thought there wasn't any pivot, but there is pivot. So I was worried for a second. So you can pivot the leg, so that's good. But I still know why there's like extra like plastic here. That's kind of weird. I've never seen that before. So you can pivot, and the pivot is actually really, really good. And of course, last but not least, you gotta have it. That toe articulation, and the legs coming off. There you go. The toe articulation. There you go. So really just your standard Mafex articulation. Nothing crazy here, but it's good. It's all the things you need for a Spider-Man figure. And I am not going to complain about that. Looks pretty good. Next, let's take a look at accessories. Looking at Miles' accessories, he comes with a decent amount of them. So he comes with 3 different heads. He comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pairs of hands, 2 different options for his feet, a mask that's just loose, and then he comes with 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a fourth one, the fourth web that I want to show in a second. And he also comes with his stand. So let's take a look at everything. Here's his first head sculpt that comes out of the package. It's kind of just the wide-eyed Spider-Man head. Looks pretty good. Then he comes with a Spider-Man head where the eyes are a little bit more squinted. That's more kind of like an actiony, fighting head. Last but not least, you have the actual Miles Morales unmasked head sculpt, which looks pretty good. Very animated look, but I do like it. He looks very, very, very angry. You actually have to take off the neck here, because it actually comes with 2 different types of neck. So if you look at this one right here, you just pop the entire neck off and then plug this baby in, so you can see the skin from the costume once he takes the mask off. So that's a little extra detail, but overall I do like the head sculpt. Taking a look at the hands, right out of the package you get some nice relaxed hands, a pair of fists, a pair of open hands, which are really tight, so really be careful with these. I feel like the holes are a little too small. You kind of got to force them up there, so be careful. A pair of action hands, a pair of swinging hands, or they could be thumbs up hands, whatever you prefer. And you know Spidey has to have some flipping hands. Gang gang! He also has wall crawling hands that has magnets in it, so you can put it on anything that's magnetized. He also comes with feet that have magnets in it, so you can put them on anything that's magnetized. So there you go. There's the mask right there. Seems like every Mafex Spider-Man comes to one of these. So that's how that looks. Going over the webs, he comes with 2 short whipping webs, 2 large swinging webs. Then you have what I'm dubbing the jump rope web, because on one end it has like a handle, triangle handle, on the other hand there's like a circle. I'm not really sure how to use this web, but it looks like for some reason it looks like a jump rope, so I'm gonna call it the jump rope web. And it's the only exclusive web to Miles Morales. All the other webs have been in other Spider-Man figures by Mafex. Alright, it's size comparison time. Time to compare Miles to different figures from different lines. Here he is compared to Mafex Spider-Man and Mafex Miles Morales. So, looking at these 2 figures, well, I'm talking about Spider-Man, the original Mafex Spider-Man and the current Mafex Miles Morales. They definitely are on different books. These are 2 different books. They may have a couple similarities, but looking at the 2, the Miles Morales upper body torso is definitely bulkier than the Peter one, which is cool. And Peter may be a little bit taller than Miles here, but yeah, definitely Miles definitely got a little bulk on Peter, man. He's been lifting some weights. Here he is compared to SH Figure Arts Saiyan Race on Earth Goku and Mezco's Netflix Punisher. And here he is beside Figma's Snake and Bring Art Sky's Cloud Strife. Overall, Miles is another solid offering by Mafex. I feel like this company keeps hitting out of the park with these. Every single Marvel comic figure has been great. Some better than others, I feel like this one is kind of towards the middle. And not saying that it's bad. It's nothing really spectacular about it as well. I mean, if you like the Mafex Spider-Man, which is arguably the best Spider-Man figure to ever be released, you are going to like this figure. It's pretty good. I mean, obviously, a lot of people are looking forward to the Into the Spider-Verse mouse, but just to whet your palate, just to have a import mal on your shelf, this is a very good offering. Plus, I mean, can you even name any adult Miles Morales figures out there? I can't. And this one is a pretty good one. You got pretty good paint apps, even though there's not a lot. What is there is good. The articulation is pretty good. In fact, my joints for this figure are actually better than the ones on my Peter Parker figure, which is great because I feel like some of the joints on that were a little wonky. They were kind of like rubbery here. I feel like they corrected that, which is a plus. So this already gives it a a couple things that are better here than with the Peter figure. The accessories are good. Nothing crazy, but I guess everything you need for a Spider-Man is in here. You get different types of webs, 3 different head sculpts, and this Miles head sculpt may be my favorite so far. I don't own the Venom figure yet, but I've seen the sculpt for the Brock head, and the Peter head is okay, but this one I think is actually pretty good. It's pretty solid. And it's pretty faithful to the comic book where it was pulled from. So they are improving with the faces as well, and it's like Mafex is just growing and they're getting better with every single release. I cannot wait for the X-Men figures. They are going to be great, Wolverine and Cyclops, and then we've got the Into the Spider-Verse figures, which are going to be super awesome. And literally the only thing that's bad about this guy is the price. You're going to be paying a pretty penny for these guys for this figure, and any Mafex figure for that matter. They go around $80 to $90. So it is a pretty penny, but I feel like they are worth it. They are definitely worth it. I wish it would come with more to kind of even out the price, but what are you going to do? If you're willing to spend the money for a great import figure, Mafex it seemed like the company to really do it for. They're inching closer. They may be ready to surpass SH Figure Arts, man. They are up there right now when it comes to the comic book Marvel figures. So I give this guy a solid thumbs up. In fact, you know what? I give it 2 thumbs up because I really don't have any real complaints about it, other than maybe the head being a little on the small side. Other than that, though, I really enjoyed this figure, and I recommend it to anybody who wants a cool Miles Morales figure. So guys, if you like this review, please smash that like button. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel for more figure reviews. I know I've been away from a while, but I'm coming back with more reviews, so don't worry guys. There's definitely more stuff coming down the pipe hole. And oh, I almost forgot. If you guys want to pre-order, not pre-order, if you want to order this figure, he is available right now on import sites like AmiAmi, and I'm pretty sure next month, he will be available at American distributors like Big Bad Toy Store and Amazon. So stay tuned for that. And until the next one, guys, stay gold. Peace.